प्रशांत
Yes.
फक्त चालू करायचं असेल तर सांगशील ना मला अगोदर.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Upasna ma'am,
Okay, sir.
proceed.
Okay. Good morning, one and all. I, Upasna Khernar, on behalf of Mapeshri College of Pharmacy, Eklare, Nasik, heartily welcome Mr. Rohan Pawar, our Principal Sir, Dr. G.S. Salile, Coordinator of this session, Mr. Kapse Sir and Mr. Vyavhare Sir, and Prashant Malpure Sir. I welcome all our staff. So today, for today's webinar on the topic GPAT preparation, we have Mr. Rohan Pawar with us. So he has completed his B.Pharm from MGV Pharmacy College, Nasik, in 2010. He has completed his MS in pharmaceutical analysis from Sheffield Hallam University, England. Currently, he is working as a director of RAP Analytical Research and Training Center, Nasik, since 8 years. He has done his master research work on finger mark profiling in England, now being applying in association of Sheffield Police. The same work is presented in Canada in 2012 by his guide Simona Francis and appreciated and take over by American FBI. I welcome you again, sir. Now, it has been said that the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So it's an opportunity in the lockdown period to prepare competitive exam like GPAT. Now I request Mr. Rohan Pawar sir to give his valuable guidance on GPAT preparation. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. I hope that I'm audible to everyone. And before I start the session, I would like to tell you a few things that what I'm expecting is all of you should have a paper and a pen with you. And all the students who are joined over here, if they're having any kind of queries, they could put it on the chat box so that at the end of the session, we could talk to them and I could answer them and I would try to solve all the queries by my side. Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Talle sir and all his team, the coordinators of this event, for giving me opportunity to talk about this GPAT and its related and the allied competitive exams in the pharma field. Especially when we are talking about what I could say, the master studies. It's been a need in today's eras that we should have a master degree, not only the bachelor one, as the basic degrees has become the master's one. So for that, we have started an organization in 2013 called as Spectrum Academy, where we are training the students for GPAT and NIPER. And since 2013, it's been now 7 years, we have gave many eminent students to all our esteemed universities for pursuing their masters and to give their best, whatever they had during their bachelor. So let us start with the session. and again, before starting the session, I would like to tell you few of the ideas, like what we are going to do, what we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss about the GPAT mainly. But before GPAT, I would like to tell you people what are the different options. The very basic one, mainly we will be impacting on the GPAT only today. Second thing is there that we are going to see that why we should go for GPAT, how it will be beneficial for us. Many things in the many options available for the masters. So in that case, you could see that students are willing, or student tries to go as per their knowledge or their capacity, their financial availability, and all these things. So we are going to talk about its pros and cons, and by all means we are going to discuss what are the different options available, and then we'll be talking about how you are going to prepare the GPAT, the students who have entered in the third year of their B.Pharm, or they have entered in the final year of B.Pharm, and how to manage the time, how to manage the subjects, how to manage the whole syllabus, because in this much less amount of time or less duration, it is not possible to cover all the topics. And obviously GPAT is not that kind of exam that you are putting any topic for the option. So we're going to see that how to manage everything. So may I have a first slide, please? Prashant sir. Yeah, I hope that all of you could see the first slide, the infinity education. I hope everybody is attending over there. Yeah. So Infinity Education is the platform through which I'm going to talk about all this GPAT. Under this Infinity Education, we are conducting the competitive exams. There is your GPAT and the NIPER. And the same session is again powered by the RAP Analytical. May I have the second slide, please? Yeah, the RAP Analytical Research and Training Center is again one of our organization only, which is again started in 2012, where we are giving training to the students, the company staff, and the teachers on these analytical instruments, so that we are preparing them for QC and R&D. And with that only, I could see that many of the academics are over here. And for them, we are providing the PhD level research work and M.Pharm research work. We are arranging workshops, seminars, as well as the scientific writing papers. All these assistance is provided by us. We have provided, you all will be given this presentation, so you could contact us later on also. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is the platform which we started in 2013. That previously it was Spectrum Academy. So since this year, we have converted it into the Infinity Education, where we are going to start the e-journal publication also, where students could publish their research work. And even we are going to have some ebooks also, where we'll be involving the students and the teachers, their volunteer involvement we are expecting. So those who are interested to write any book, or the students who are interested to put their inputs in such e-publications, they could contact us afterwards. We are given all these things in the end of this presentation. Next slide, please. Yeah, so let us start with the session. Now, as you could see on the screen, that we have many options, and among those options, I have tried to highlight it over here, the very basic options, that we have the option of M.Pharm, which is the most wide option, where all of you could apply, or maximum student tries to go for M.Pharm. Then we have MBA, one of the eminent option again. The students who are trying to go for the MBA or they are seeking for the corporate jobs. So we are going to see that what kind of corporate jobs are also available for the pharma students. Next, we have MS, that is Master of Science, which is especially provided by the foreign universities. The degree or the master degree which we are pursuing here in India, that is called as M.Pharm. And in abroad, the same degree is called as MS. And the last option is the business, which is the most, what I could say is the best option that I always wish that all the students should try this one and should go, because always students are, they are shouting that there are no jobs. But obviously, unless and until there will be more and more industries, which is the factory for the jobs. So unless and until the business are going to come up, you can't expect the jobs anymore. Now, while studying in your academics, you would have seen that many students would have seen that, okay, I want to go for masters or I want to go for M.Pharm, but I haven't started that. And it's been seen that, like, when we are roaming to many colleges, it's been seen that the students are having their own planning. They tries to go, or they tries to start with the very basic one or the reference books and all and all. Basically, let me tell you, all the students, the teaching staff, and all the aspirants who are attending this meeting, there is a lot of difference in the university exam and the GPAT exam. Even though the syllabus is same, but their study pattern is completely different. So without knowing that, when students start preparing, so obviously you're going to face this question that whether whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm referring, whatever my schedule is there, whether it is important, it's correct or not, whether I'm going to really get, I'm going to get qualified in the GPAT or not. So that question mark comes just because of improper counseling they are having and the way they are studying. So these are the questions which generally roams in your mind. So you're going to have all the questions or all the answers for those questions. So among all these options, we are going to impact on M.Pharm today. So why it is necessary to go for M.Pharm? Why to prepare for GPAT? Because many students are saying that, okay, whether I'm going to get qualify or disqualify, still I'm going to get admission for M.Pharm. But that's not the only point, because while talking about the masters, you should know that why you're going for M.Pharm or what benefits you're going to have. So let us have the discussion about those points in the next slide, please. Yeah, the most important point all of you could see on the screen, that master's degrees has become the most basic degree, because students who are seeking for the job after B.Pharm, they tries to go for, there are many reasons that they tries to go for jobs after B.Pharm directly, because many students have got completely lethargic that, sir, abhi bahut ho gaya, bahut padhai kar liya, abhi paisa kamana hai. That kind of attitude they are having. No doubt about it. But my friends, let me tell you that when you are talking about the jobs, when there are 100 vacancies, already thousands of master degree students have already applied for that job. Where you are going to take your degree, your B.Pharm degree. So I won't say that B.Pharm students doesn't get jobs. They do get jobs. But let me tell you that I have taken more than 5,000 interviews for the students or their mock interviews. And I could see that even some of the professional industries, their pay scale I'm having right now. Let me give you a very simple example that two students are there sitting in front of me. One is M.Pharm and another one is B.Pharm. I'm recruiting both of them for quality control only, but still M.Pharm student, I'm going to provide say 2.4 as a fresher, and say 1.6 or 1.8 for not even 1.8, 1.6 or 1.4 for the B.Pharm. So you could see that there is a difference of 1 lakh rupees in their annum salary, and that too as a fresher. So when you start promoting in the industry, so your confirmation period or your training period, your probation period, then your permanent. So during all these labs, you could see that the difference gets larger and larger. Even at the time of promotion, the companies or industries could see your basic degrees. So one is B.Pharm holder and another one is M.Pharm holder. So that really matters a lot. So that's why most basic degree has become M.Pharm right now. So what I am expecting is like students should go for it. Students should definitely go for it. But as I know, or I have seen the students, their basic problem is the financial problem. So I'm going to talk about that financial problem also. Before that, we'll discuss the second point, that is versatility towards the branches. Now, versatility, I would say that if you are having M.Pharm degree in a particular, say, pharmaceutics or pharmacology or pharmacognosy or medicinal chemistry or plain chemistry, I could see that you could switch in the different departments. Say from QC, you could go to the R&D, or even if you want to jump from industrial job to the official job or the corporate job, you could shift by doing M.Pharm. But by doing MBA, you cannot enter in the QC or R&D. You cannot work on the lab floor over there. So many times what happens, the students who are seeking for the MBA, they are having or they have channelized their path for a specific reason. So at that time, the chances or the getting a job in the pharma field, they will have to restrict their departments in that case. But in case of M.Pharm, you have choices over there. You could enter in the QC, you could enter in the R&D, you have F&D, you have packaging department, or you have any another section. You could go to QA also. Even you could go for market research also. But these things are there, or the options are available after your M.Pharm. Even academics is again another the field. So doesn't matter that from if you are from academics and if you are asked to teach these subjects other than your M.Pharm specialization, still you are there. So this is how the M.Pharm is going to help you people while having you know selecting the options as per your career point of view. The third point is pay scale, which I already told you that how it differs or how it matters if you are M.Pharm master's holder or the bachelor's holder. The fourth point I could say is the opportunity to abroad for the PhD studies. Let me tell you that students who are doing their M.Pharm, they could get the opportunity for their PhD in the abroad. So no doubt that you could go for PhD again by doing the other master's degrees also. But especially for M.Pharm, I could suggest you that in foreign industry or in abroad, I could see that the people who are working on the projects, they are the projects which they are going to implement in the society. The projects are going to help them in the society. So as per that, they want the people who could really do the research work, and the research work should be associated with their actual ongoing work. So I generally recommend the students who are already doing M.Pharm. I want those people to see what is the scenario in the abroad universities, what are the topics they are working, and that you could get online also. You could get the information that who is the guide over there, from which university is there, then how much funding he is providing, so on what type of topics he is working on already, and even those guides are putting that what is their requirement or what are kind of researchers they want who will be working for them on their respective project. So this is how you could track them, you could keep a record them, you could be touch in with them, and you could apply for the PhD, where you won't have to what I could say, you won't have to pay the fees. So without paying a single rupee or single dollar over there, you could apply for the PhD. Rather, after going over there, you could do your PhD, and they could offer you the fellowship, and while having that fellowship, or you could join their assistantship you could get, and they will pay you the stipend for that. So without paying a single dollar over there, you could reach over there. And we have, say, 4 5 students over here that we have sent them in the abroad. uh, Last is nothing but the financial issues that while doing the M.Pharm, students who wants to go for M.Pharm, they are having, or they are facing this financial issue, because I have seen that many students keeps their masters because they think that the let us earn some money first of all, and then we will think. But unfortunately, my friends, when you join any industry or any work, you know your mind gets purely diverted, because once you start earning, so your mind never, you know uh, you cannot convince your mind that okay, let us start the studies again. So in that case, your focus gets diverted, and unfortunately you permanently skips the master's option. So students, those who are having financial issues, for them GPAT is the only answer, I could say, because government is going to pay, say, around 14.5k, like 14.5 thousand rupees per month as a qualified GPAT qualified student. So you could calculate for the whole year. So now I'm not sure that the stipend were seem to raise again, but I'm not sure because of this pandemic situation what government is going to take decision. But the thing is that it could cover all your fees if you are getting GPAT qualified. It could cover all your fees, and it could cover all your other expenses also. So without hampering your routine schedule or your parents' financial schedule, you could go for M.Pharm by easily getting qualified in the GPAT. So that's the main issue over here. Lastly, I could say that students, unfortunately, who are going to get disqualified, say you got disqualified, that doesn't mean that everything is finished. In that case, you have better option to go for uh, what I could say, the student loan or the academic loan, educational loan, we could say. In that case, I have seen that in case of educational loan, banks are offering you educational loan, and they could offer you the loan, and up to 2 years you won't have to pay the what I could say, the EMIs. I think they are allowing you to pay, or they will ask you to pay the interest amount only, not the principal amount. So after finishing your studies, then onwards you could get job, and then onwards you could pay your EMIs. So on an average, I could see that in the Maharashtra especially, 1.5, around approximately 1.5 is the fees for the colleges for doing M.Pharm. So average you could say 2.5, 3 lakh rupees for both the years, and I don't think so that's a too much big amount to take as a loan for your master's degree, because no way, no problem, like anyways you're going to, ultimately you're going to pay them after getting jobs, and it becomes easy. But my friends, let me tell you, don't get lazy just for 2 years. Now every time it people keep on telling you that ki bas ab ho gaya, itna hi padhai karna hai, itna hi, like in 10th standard your parents says that ki bhaiya 10वीं तक पढ़ लो, मतलब यही टेंशन है, बाकी नहीं. Then comes 12th, then comes your bachelor. But let me tell you that masters is the really end of your journey of this education. That furthermore, it's up to you that whether you want to go for PhD or postdoc. But over here, don't wait or don't stop at B.Pharm. I want you people to go or jump for the M.Pharm, which is really going to help you. So this was all the pros of M.Pharms. Next, we could talk about the next slide, please. We could talk about the MBA. Okay, we could talk about MBA. I won't be talking too much about the MBA and further courses, because we are going to talk about the GPAT preparation. So let me give you a simple idea about the MBA. You could see that the CAT, CMAT, MAT, ZAT, ATMA, and GMAT. So these are the basically exams which are there, entrance exams over there for MBA, who are aspirants of MBA. And especially from pharma MBA, students who are doing pharma MBA, you could see that you have regulatory affairs, you have market research, you have business analytics. So these are the what I could say the core fields where you could apply, and you could get the job over here. These are the corporate jobs again, and these are the office jobs. I could say that these are the branches. But no doubt, as I said, that even after doing M.Pharm also, you could enter in this one. Uh, in case of MBA, I would like to tell you that initially what used to happen is like we used to have a plain MBA, and there used to be very limited branches for the MBA students who could apply for the MBA. But nowadays, I could see that many universities, especially deemed universities, they have started these specialized courses. Like even if you'll take the example of M.Pharm also, in case of M.Pharm, you have very core branches like M.Pharm in pharmacology, pharmaceutics, then cognosy, medicinal chemistry, pharmaceutical analysis, then quality assurance. Likewise, say example of Bharati University, that Bharati Vidyapit, they started 3 years back, they started M.Pharm in regulatory affairs. So such kind of core branches they have designed. You could search them and you could get the admission over there also. Next option we could have is, next slide please. Next option we have, that is MS. So students who wants to go for abroad, they could uh, prepare, they could start preparing for GRE, TOEFL and IELTS. So obviously the major thing in case of M.Pharm and MS is nothing but while preparing for the M.Pharm, you have to go with the pharmacy, the subjects which are there in our syllabus. But in case of MS, here you have GRE. In case of GRE, you have only two subjects. That is, one is English and another one is mathematics, which is generally called as quantitative section. So half of the, in equal proportion, you will be having the exam. They will be checking your everything, means your aptitude by all the means. TOEFL and IELTS, these two are the exams which are there to check your English ability. So how you could speak the English, how you could listen, whether you could, uh, uh, you know, judge, whether you could judge the words or their meanings. Then how you could write the paragraphs, how you could speak. So this is how your learning capability, or your remembering capability, and all these things they could check. Your vocabulary they could check. So these two are the what I could say, that exams for MS. Those who wants to go for MS, they could prepare for TOEFL and IELTS. In detail, the students who wants to go for these kind of exams, I could guide you people later on, because now we are going to start with the actual GPAT preparation. So let us move ahead on the next slide. The business one. Business is the very big question mark, because wherever I'm going for the seminars, I could see that when hundreds of students are sitting in front of me, only two students are raising the hands, those who wants to go for business. So business, or the pharma student who wants to go for business, doesn't mean that you should have a wholesale agency or you should have medical retail shop. Business you could go by, like in case of pharma, there are a number of opportunities or the businesses. Like very simple one, let me give you a very simple example. That is in this COVID pandemic situation, like in India, we had only two industries who were manufacturing the PPE kits. So the industries who got registered, like 6,000 industries got registered for manufacturing these PPE kits, and the mask and the gloves, then your face shield and all. So right now we have become capable to manufacture 2.5 lakhs PPE kit per day. This is what the capacity of pharma or pharma allied businesses do have. So you could see the need of pharma right now. Like everybody is rushing for the antiviral drug. Every industry is rushing for this kind of drugs. So here you could see how the business opportunities are there, and it is really alarming for everyone that those who wants to enter in the business, they could enter. So next is let us start with the next. That is the next slide, please. Yeah. So in case of M.Pharm, now we are going to start, or we are talking about the core topic. In case of M.Pharm, it is nothing but the GPAT. For the GPAT, obviously that is graduate aptitude pharmacy test. GPAT is compulsory, and the basic criteria I could tell you, those who wants to go for M.Pharm, they should have a non-zero score. That's the very basic criteria. The students who are having zero score, who are getting zero score, I hope that, like, once in a lakh or once in 1,000, the student would be there who would be unfortunate that he is getting 0 mark. But the non-zero score is the main criteria for GPAT. And the students who are getting GPAT qualified, they will be only eligible for the NIPER, which is the topmost institute in the India. And NIPER is the only institute, the government organization, where students could get MS degree, which generally other colleges or other universities are not offering. Other universities are offering M.Pharm degree, and NIPER is going to offer you MS degree, which you could get only in the abroad. So in India, NIPER is the only one who are offering you this MS degree. Other than this one, we have GATE exam also. We have Manipal University, where they are having their own, what I could say, their entrance exam. Then we have BEATS. In the slide, you could see the CET, but the CET option is not available nowadays. Like since last 3 to 4 years, the Maharashtra government has stopped that CET exam. And there are many other exams which are held or which are conducted at university or their private institute level. So you could search them and you could see them, that what kind of exams or the entrance exam they are having at the organization level. So let us have a look to the pattern of GPAT. Next slide, please. Yeah. So GPAT, you could see that graduate aptitude pharmacy test conducted by ICT. And as I said, that the key admission in M.Pharm, key to admission in M.Pharm is you should have a non-zero score. Next, you could see that we have 125 questions in the whole exam. You could see that overall there will be 125 questions. The correct questions or the correct answers, you will be getting 4 marks, and one wrong answer or each wrong answer will deduct your 1 mark, that is negative marking is there. So let me tell you that many times students do have jumble between, say, you are attempting 100 questions. So you are getting 75 correct, suppose. So what generally students do, that they are multiplying 100 by 4 marks. So that becomes 400 marks. And suppose 25 are getting wrong, so they are reducing 25 from those 400. So that's wrong method. The actual calculation will be, among this 100, you're getting 75 as the correct one. So you should multiply 75 multiply by 4, that becomes 300. And you'll have to reduce 25 from 300. Your actual score is 275. So what I mean to say is, this is how the marks are generally calculated. Next important thing is that thousands of students are applying for this GPAT exam, and it is obviously conducted at all India level. And you could see that many times that students have some judgments about the capping of marks, like at what marks the passing criteria will be limited. And in previous year, I could say that the scoring pattern or the scoring marks used to be around 110, 120, 125, or 130, near about that. And many years the graph was shuffling in that range only. But later on, we could see that became 135, then 142, and then, like, now onwards, we don't know, that maybe if the highest score is going to get raised. So it means that there is a lot of competition. You could say that. So AICT, or while deciding this, what I could say, the marking pattern or the passing marks, they must be deciding that how many seats we are having in the India for the M.Pharm. And as per that, first, suppose 4,000 seats we are having, the first 4,000 students who secured, suppose whatever the marks or the percentile is there, they're going to cap, say, the 4,000 student is having, say 137 marks. So they could cap their that year's passing marks at 137. So this is how generally the ranking system is generally decided, and as per that, so that all the seats or all the students should get the chance to get admission for M.Pharm, those who are getting qualified. And as I told you, you should not forget that you're going to get at least 14,000 rupees as a stipend per month after getting qualified your GPAT. So before I proceed for the next slide, I could see that students are putting question over here. So let me again remind you all students that I'm going to clear out all your queries at the end of this session. Let us move on the next slide, please. Yeah, great. Now, the time management, how you should manage the time. Let me tell you that how you should manage the time. Because now it's June, and generally the these GPAT exams are held in the month of January. So you may say that you are having 6 or 7 months, hardly 6 or 7 months, but in this stipulated time you are having in your even your sessionals, even you are having your lectures. And I'm not sure that because like already we have got late by 1 month than your regular academic schedule. So I'm not sure that whether you're going to get holidays or not in the Diwali and other December. So within this stipulated time, you are having this another load, that is journal writing also. So how to manage that? And many times students says that, sir, we are getting exhausted for the whole day, and obviously especially like Saturday, Sunday, we can't manage everything. So that is how I'm going to tell it, that how you should manage the time. Uh, Obviously smart planning should be there, a proper scheduling should be there, and whatever what I could say, students are doing mistakes, that I'm going to tell you that what mistakes you should not do. The first point of GPAT preparation, that is nothing but the time management. And the time, while managing the time, the biggest mistake students do is they are providing a whole week or a whole period for a single subject, which they should not do. The things that we have 8 subjects, and let us distribute all these, say 8 weeks for all these 8 subjects, and they tries to run in that way. Says this, for this week I'll go for pharmaceutics, then next week I'll go for, say, organic chemistry, and then pharmacology, and then cognosy, the microbiology, and then jurisprudence, blah 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 blah. So uh, I could say it is not necessary that you should focus on one subject only. Rather, what I would expect is you should select 2 to 3 subjects at a time, and you should select that this week I'm going to spend the whole week. I'm going to spend on these 2 to 3 subjects only. Again, don't make this mistake that among that week, like 2 days for subject A, 2 week for B, 2 week for C, sorry, 2 days for subject A, 2 days for B, and 2 days for C. Don't do that. Rather, you manage 2 hours. Suppose 2 hours you are studying organic chemistry, go for something else, say pharmacology, like, which will be purely different. After pharmacology, directly go for jurisprudence or management, or you may go for biotechnology or biochemistry, as per your need or whatever your favorite subject would be there. But in a day, I would suggest you to divide your duration as per hour basis, and you should have some versatility among your subjects. Otherwise, you will get bored. Like students do have this problem that they start getting bored, they start getting sleep, because they just can't concentrate. And because of this, like they are getting lazy, that okay बहुत पढ़ लिया है या फिर बहुत exhaust हो गए, पढ़ने का मन नहीं हो रहा. So that should not happen, and that is why while managing the time, you manage it as per our basis. uh, doesn't matter that you're going or you're scheduling for the whole week, but at least whatever 3 subjects you are deciding to finish in a week, yeah, you should go for that, and then only you will get some interest to study as per GPAT point of view. Now next most important thing is that I'm pretty sure about it, that the student who are when they starts this GPAT preparation, I could see that's the biggest another question students are having. Sir, ये समझ में नहीं आता कि शुरुआत कहाँ से करें, या फिर this happens that the thing that every line is important, the thing that this is important, this is important, everything is important. And when they are saying that this is important, at that time they keep on reading each and every line, each and every line. My friends, let me tell you that it won't be possible to finish 3 subjects in a week, rather in a month also. Like if you will start reading in this way, GPAT study is completely different than your university one. Because in your university, you'll have to explain that how did you got 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That you'll have to explain over there. But in case of GPAT, nobody is going to ask you that how did you got 2 plus 2 as a 4. The final answer is 4. That somebody who is average student over there, he's going to write that 4. The smart student is again going to write that 4. Both are going to get the same marks. So here your conceptual study is going to matter, how your concepts are clear. So you don't have to put up some supplements and for 5 marks you'll have to write 5 pages. It's not like that in case of GPAT. So that's why, as I said, that even though the syllabus is same, but the pattern of studying is completely different. It's purely different in both the cases. So let us start with the next, that I'm going to tell you few of the tricks. Yeah, GPAT preparation without using paper, proper tips and the tricks, thereby experience the odd in the results. Now, unfortunately, you would have seen that in many colleges, I have seen that when student comes to us, they have seen that the students who are topper one, they are getting very less rank, or even we do have many examples that the topper students got disqualified, unfortunately. So that doesn't mean that they're mugging up and they are just filling the supplements and that's why they are getting distinction. That's not the matter. But here the conceptual study really matters. Next is that you will have to do hard work. Like lot of hard work will be needed. Obviously, there is no shortcut to the hard work. But those who are really willing to get qualified in the GPAT with a very good rank, I'm expecting them to go for smart work with your hard work also. So in that case, what happens is, like, what is smart work then? So that doesn't mean that I'm going to tell you any shortcut for your GPAT, but the thing is that the shortcuts which we are going to use while studying, that will be your smart work. So first of all, before you start everything, like your whatever hard work you are going to do, at that time, what happens that, sir, I tried a lot, like I read the books, I revised the books, let's say 5 times, 6 times, but how did I got disqualified? Still that I don't understand. But you should have a proper direction while having this study. So hard work doesn't mean that आप पढ़ते जाओ notes निकालते जाओ. Unless and until you are having proper direction towards that hard work, you are not going to get qualified. So while studying is the first point, you could see that on the slide, that is patience is the most important thing, and your comfortable mindset. Like students who are when they start studying, and when we are asking them that how your study is going on, their face becomes like this, sir, क्या बताए क्या हाल चल रहे हैं हमारे. So that should not happen. That you should have a proper mindset. Okay, I'm going to study well. Whatever will be there, that we will see that on that day. But today, my mindset is important. That I should learn. I should read the things with a fresh mind. Next important thing is nothing but the exam is for all. Now, let me tell you, all the students, even the teachers who are attending over here, they will also understand what I'm trying to say. The 125 questions, they are designed in such a way that any intelligent, any smart student won't be able to answer all 125 questions. That's the important, or that's the rule of GPAT, I could say. Or any dumb student who had not studied at all, any dumb student won't be able to answer at least a single question. This is again not going to happen. इतना बुरा पेपर नहीं होगा कि डम स्टूडेंट एक भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं करेगा, या फिर इतना सिंपल भी नहीं होगा कि जो होशियार बच्चा है वो सारे के सारे अटेम्प्ट कर पाएगा. आई मीन टू से इज जीपैट क्वेश्चन पेपर will be having a shuffling or a mixture of all these simple, middle, or medium level, or the most tricky type of questionnaires. Next, you could see that schedule the remaining days for the each module. As I said that, already told you that allot the days for multiple subjects. So as I said that, don't assign it for a single subject only. In that case, you could see that you'll have to apply the time or for individual subject in a day. So divide your time in a day for individual subjects, and then try to rotate those subjects. Like in this week, you're going for chemistry, then inorganic chemistry, and the pharmacology. In next week, you should go for biotechnology. Then allied to it, you have biochemistry. Even you could go for anatomy, physiology also. This is how you will have to keep on rotating. Complete a 1 month study over here, and the same pattern you should keep on rotating for next month also. Next slide, please. Yeah, we have, as I said, that both the things we are going to have, that hard work and the smart work. Now, strategy for the exam. Now, this fourth point, you could see this. I actually want to impact the strategy for the exam is nothing but the strategy which you're going to apply on the day of when your exam will be there. So at that time, the time management is important and your risk level is important. Now, what is time management? The time management is nothing but obviously 125 questions you are having, and you are having a duration of 3 hours. In case of that 3 hours, it is not necessary that for whole 3 hours you keep on reading the questions. Not like that. In this case, let me tell you, those who are really aspirant, they could note down this strategy, this time management strategy, like that. Start your test and read the question. If you could answer with 100% confidence, answer the question, jump on next question. If you can't manage that question, jump on third question. Still third question you can't manage, go for fourth question. This is how, what I expect is, you should read all 125 questions, all 125 questions within an hour or 1.5 hours. So this is how, so that you will get overall idea that how I'm going. In this case, it doesn't mean that you should rush for answering the question. In this case, I want to say that you should see the pattern or the capability of yours, one like मुझे कहाँ तक दौड़ना है. So obviously, as you know that here you are going to have negative marking. So यहाँ पे आपको अंधेरे में तीर मार दिया हो गया. So that is not going to work out at all over here. In this case, you will have to manage the time. So try to manage all the questions at least by reading, plus the solving the ones which you are the lot of or the 100% confident. So go for that one, and then again start repeating the one like which you left last time only. जो रह गए उसे वापस पढ़ना आप चालू करोगे, and there you will start spending some time. So this is how you will have to manage. At least before last 45 minutes, you should finish everything. Like what generally happens, the student comes to us as per their the for whole year's experience. We could tell them that कि आपको 70 का अटेम्प्ट करना है या फिर आपको 90 का अटेम्प्ट करना है या फिर 85 का अटेम्प्ट करना है. So this is how student should be able to decide that कि मुझे कितना अटेम्प्ट करना है. That will be just depend upon that whatever questions you have read in the first round and in the second round. So ढाई घंटे तक या फिर 1.25 घंटे तक you should be finished all your hard level and the simple level questions. Because many times I have seen that जो बच्चों को हमने बोला है कि आपको 75 ही अटेम्प्ट करना है या फिर 80 अटेम्प्ट करना है, what happens that in last few seconds, I could say, students start rushing the things that वो last के 5-10 seconds में 7-8 questions attempt कर देते. The things that कि अरे यार एक भी इनमें से बराबर आ गया तो 4 मार्क मिल जाएंगे. But that never happens, because they never think that कि बाकी जो गलत आंसर्स है, wrong answers है, they are going to deduct their mark, and this strategy always fails. So that's why what I'm going to tell you is you try to read the questions, you try to attempt the questions, the one with which you are pretty much confident within first an hour. पहले 1 घंटे में ये सब आपका 125 होना ही चाहिए, and then unanswered जो है उस पे आप फोकस करो. In this all case, मैं एक बात बताऊंगा कि when you get the statistics one, जहां पे आपको calculations करना है, you will have to figure out some output. At that time, GPAT or the people who are designing these questions, they don't want you to have say 10-15 steps of the statistics. So ये बात समझ लेना है कि whatever statistics or numericals are there in the exam, if that numerical will start taking more than 1 or 2 minutes, then you should think that you are going in some wrong way. आप गलत तरीके से जा रहे हो. It means that. So in that case, like many times you could see the questions, answers जो है वो उसी के अंदर लाया होता है. But the problem is that what we generally run for what is the correct answer. So every time it is not going to work out. Many times you will have to think that let me pick out the unwanted one first of all. Like in Kaun Banega Crorepati, you are having 50-50 options, like 2 negative options it is picking up. So probability of getting the correct answer, that becomes 50% from 25%. like 4 होंगे तो 25% गारंटी है कि आपका आंसर करेक्ट आएगा. बट इफ 2 are there, you have 50% chances. So probability of getting answer is getting doubled. So that's why always you should not run behind that what should be my correct one, what is unwanted or what would be the wrong answer that you could pick it out. Next thing is that don't get overexcited or the overconfident. Now what is this actually? Like student thinks that, and let me tell you that those students who have really done the hard work and all, they think that every question when they read that, they think that ये मुझे आ रहा है, ये भी आ रहा है, ये भी आ रहा है. But it is not necessary that वो आपने पढ़ा है. That doesn't mean that कि आपको उसका सही आंसर मालूम है. Let me tell you that this is what the overexcitement generally I have seen among the students, and in that overexcitement, students lost everything. This is what has been my experience. Like I have seen the students. Next thing is there, while preparing the GPAT, the visualization is most important. The visualization, like पिक्चर देखते वक्त नींद बहुत कम लोगों को आती है. Like when you are watching any movie, but when you are reading, at that time you could see that you start sleeping like that. So this is how generally happens. Or even the very simple example which I generally keep on telling my students, that if I'm asking you any famous what I could say, the name of any famous movie, they could easily tell the story of that movie because they have visualized it. So if I'm asking the same movie to read them in a book, they won't be able to recollect the things. So this is what things matter. So that's why I would tell you, all my students, that you should read rather paragraphs, you should read more and more diagrams. So I'm not sure that whether I've given some examples or not. They would be there, yeah. You should read or you should visualize, try to visualize more and more diagrams, then videos, then animations. So they are really going to help you people. And the most important thing is that the paperwork, I want you people to do the less. You should work out for the GPAT more and more on the laptop or your desktop. Or those who are not having these options, they could use their mobile. Because working on a paper is different thing, and giving the exam, because in daily schedule we are having this pen and paper, this all stuff every time, but at the end you're going to attempt the same exam on the screen. So वो आदत नहीं रहती है. So to have that habit, I generally recommend all my students to read the things or to chalk out everything, or to study on, especially on laptops. So that will help you, और that becomes एज आप एग्जाम के दिन जब स्क्रीन के सामने बैठते हो तो आपको कुछ एकदम अचानक से अलग नहीं महसूस होता है. It feels like this is what the I keep on doing on the daily basis. So that's why I would recommend that rather than paperwork, you should do your study on the screen. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, the most important thing, you could see that 4 points I have put over here. That is nothing but the concept-oriented study. Now, whatever the concept-oriented study is there, as I said that nobody is going to ask you how did you got 2 plus 2 as a 4. But behind that question, you should understand that my major topic or major thing over here is nothing but the summation. The summation is the concept behind that. Like students who are doing mug up in books, you would have written, or in books it has been given that say 2 plus 2 4, and in exam if you are asked what is 2 plus 5, then you will say sir ye to padhaya nahi hai. So behind the students who are getting their concept clear, उनको पता चलेगा कि इसके पीछे summation पूछा गया. So that is how they will be able to answer that 2 plus 5 is 7. So this is how it makes the difference. So concept oriented study is again important. And let me tell you all the students that you should refer all the back years GPAT papers, because if you refer them, you will understand that many things are there which you cannot deny or which you cannot take out from the GPAT. Some fixed topics are there, some confirmed topics or confirmed type of questions are there. Like let me give you a simple example, like agonist and antagonist. Definitely nobody is going to skip any question, like agonist and antagonist को छोड़ के वो क्वेश्चन पेपर ही नहीं बनाएंगे शायद से. एगोनिस्ट या फिर एंटागोनिस्ट से एक तो क्वेश्चन आना ही आना है. So it is not necessary that they will be asking you the specific question, what is the agonist of blah blah blah. They are not going to ask you, but something related to that. So this is what, तो यहाँ पे आपको realize होना चाहिए इसके पीछे agonist and antagonist की concept है. So this is what the conceptual study, and this is how the specific topics will be there, that the paper setter won't be able to deny it. Next you are having, that is hard work, no doubt about it. Like you will have to go with the hard work, say at least 4 to 5 hours, at least I am saying, like you should dedicate. No doubt in our case, like we used to have say 10 or 12 hours study. I don't even remember. Okay, that's not the case today, but at least from you people I could expect that you should go for at least 4 to 5 hours daily. Then and then only you will be able to learn the all the 4 years syllabus. And let me tell you one more thing also, that here nobody is going to ask you to how many supplements you have attached to your main one. And even no need to mug up, or even no need to put everything in your mind, because over there, even if you have read the concept, if you have read the topics or the books, it is going to show you, or it is going to give you, or it is going to highlight you over there while having your exam कि वो जो answer है, the answer will keep on shouting you कि यार मैं answer हूँ, because that is what you have visualized while reading the books or the diagram, and obviously it becomes very easy. So उसे mug up करने के पीछे मत लगो, try to understand the concept, okay? And practice is obviously, it is undivided part, I could say, and that's the mandatory thing, that आप कितना भी book पढ़ लो, कुछ भी कर लो, but without practice, GPAT is not going to help you at all, without practice. Because unless and until you practice the things, you won't be able to understand that what is the logical thinking. So when it comes up to logical thinking, that कि अरे ये question ऐसा कैसा पूछ सकते हैं, या फिर many times you think that sir ये question ही गलत है, so that's not the case. The thing is that we don't understand the pattern of the question. So in that case, I would recommend you to read your routine books also, as well as practice test or the practice sessions you could attend, or I could say that some MCQs questions are there. I have listed many books over there in next few slides, so you could refer those also. So those practice questions are going to help you people that how you should put a logic, because when you think that this is the answer, but after getting answer key or while calculating your actual score, you think that कि ये तो मैंने सही attempt किया था लेकिन ये गलत क्यों हुआ. So there this practice matters a lot. Like while having this practice, you will understand that what that author wants to put the logic. Like when I'm saying that kya hai, so when I'm saying this kya hai, behind that you don't know what is my intention. Yes, that would be the ki ye kya hai, or that would be the ki kya hai, like that. You understand what I mean to say is, like what is the intention behind asking that question, you never know. So that's why practice is too much important in that case. Next is nothing but the appropriate counseling. So I'm sure that whatever I'm trying to provide you, that is more than enough, or that is enough to put the strategy and everything. So this counseling is really important, because many times students don't want to disclose their own strategy. They think that whatever I'm doing, that's more and more correct, or I'll do, or I'll manage by my side. So that's not necessary. In that case, your appropriate counseling is much important. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, now you could see that, like how you should start the studying now. Yeah, the most important thing is basic. Like many times when I'm going for the seminars in the colleges, my first and basic question starts with what is hydrogen bonding. So when I'm asking this question, or what is partition coefficient, so when I'm asking such type of simple questions, the students start jumbling, and the students won't be able to answer probably. But before asking this question, when I'm asking the students, have you started the preparation? They're saying yes. So when I'm asking them, what you are studying? Let us take an example of pharmacology. They're saying, sir, हम लोग रंगेंडेल पढ़ रहे हैं, हम लोग त्रिपाठी पढ़ रहे हैं. So these books they are reading, but when I'm asking them, then tell me what is the function of ganglion blocking agent. At that time, they won't be able to answer. So this is how I could tell you. Or even I'm asking you the simple, what is the pH of blood, or what is the pH of skin. So at that time, students are having very big question mark. यार ये क्या पूछ रहे हैं? ये तो इसमें नहीं है. हमें लगा था सर आप classification पूछोगे, आप mechanism of action पूछोगे. So that's not the case. That's why basic is important. So few of the मैं कुछ subjects या फिर कुछ topics या फिर कुछ authors के नाम लूंगा यहाँ पे. So when you are let us take a pharmacology, एक example, you could apply the same strategy to all other subjects also. So let us talk about pharmacology. Pharmacology is a vast subject, And again, it is allied with your human anatomy, physiology, and everything. So when you want to start for the pharmacology, to start with the very basic one. First of all, say your body system. Say you should know the digestive system. You should know the urinary system, then reproductive system, blah blah blah. All these systems you should read. You should know like where the locations, like kidney, heart, this nerve, blah blah blah. Where is the pancreas? Where is the liver? So how they are overlapped and how they are functioning. So this is how the very basic one you should know. Then पूरी बॉडी में कितना फ्लूइड, कितना टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर है, ब्लड है, all their volumes in terms of liters, mls, blah blah blah, their filtration capacity. So this is what the basic you should know about when you're talking about pharmacology. Your basic start from that. Then you should even know the skin layers and all. I hope that you must be understanding what I want to say. Next thing is nothing but let us take simple example again, classification. So when we study the classification, student thinks that there is a different pattern of classification as per chemistry point of view and as per pharmacology point of view. It's not like that. The chemistry point of view, it is very much specific when you are talking about or when you are categorizing drugs on the basis of their nuclear moiety. So students do get confused that कि ये book से पढ़े या फिर ये book से पढ़े. Don't get confused. Try to chalk out a single way of classification. So that doesn't mean that कि सर हम ये book पढ़ रहे हैं तो ये गलत है क्या? That doesn't mean that. It is the thing that वो author को जैसे लगा वैसे उन्होंने वो बनाया. So that doesn't mean that he is wrong and he is right. That doesn't matter at all. In case of chemistry point of view, when you study the classification, at that time it is expected that like जैसे उसकी core moiety है या फिर उसमें जो rings available है, if they are getting changed, as per that you should think of the chemistry in that case. Otherwise, rest all the classification they will be same only. Next, a simple way. These all are strategies I'm trying to tell you while preparing. Now, mode of action. The very big thing I could say that students keep on telling us, so वो mode of action ध्यान में नहीं रहते. Now let me tell you, in the whole medicinal chemistry or in the whole pharmacology, the mode of actions are like two types of only. The simple one. The first one is nothing but either the drug is directly acting on the receptor, yes, and it is mimicking the action, or it is stopping that action. Or the second is the enzyme which is responsible for that particular procedure, the drug is trying to stop that enzyme. So these are the only two types of mode of action, if you will see. So friends, let me tell you that you could chalk out now कि ये बात तो ध्यान में ही नहीं आई थी हमारी, यार ये ऐसा भी होता है कि सिर्फ दो टाइप के ही मोड ऑफ एक्शन है. Yeah. Now you take any example or any mode of action, you will find these two categories only, the way that drug is behaving. Yeah. Next is nothing but for your study, as I already said, that the previous year question papers will be available. They are already available and you could go with them again and again so that you get familiar with the कि already जो पेपर आपको देना है उसके समझ लो छोटे भाई आपने already देख लिए, like that. So previous question papers, they will be same only, which are going to help you. Next is nothing but the not type of questions. Yeah, let me tell you or let me remind you again, all of you, that I have made 3 stars over here for this slide. This slide is pretty much important by your GPAT preparation point of view. Yeah. So not type of question is nothing but that many times the question will be there, say related something particular category, and the answer which is not getting fitted over there in that particular group, you could say. So you'll have to pick up the unwanted or something different. So like suppose among the following drugs which is not from adrenergic category, like that. So this is what the simple question I could tell you. So that the one you will have to pick up. These are the important one. So in this case, many times don't focus on the particular category. Try to pick out all the drugs which are exceptional. So that is, make a list of all these exceptional drugs. So there you will remember immediately if this not type of question comes. So this is how you will have to put, or you will have to chalk out the different types of questions also. तो ऐसा होता है कि सर ये नोट पे कितने वाले कितने पूछेंगे, एक ही तो पूछेंगे, एक नहीं आया तो क्या होता है. That never matters. I have students, I have like many histories over here with my students that who left or who got disqualified just by even 1 mark. So each and every question is important over here. That's why I keep on telling to my students that you know, never get overconfident or never get frightened to the exam that कि ये नहीं, ये छोड़ दिया तो क्या हो गया, या फिर ये मैंने फटाफट कर लिए 3-4 आ जाएंगे, उसमें से एक भी गलत हो गया, that is going to take out you people below the qualification category. Next is nothing but the overlook of diagrams. So many times we don't understand the classification or the mode of action at that time. Lippincott, I would suggest you people for the pharmacology or the KD Tripathi book is there. You could see that the diagrams are given over there, and when you read those diagrams or when you see the diagrams, you could see that they are given in very well manner, that which enzyme is acting or which drug is acting or which drug is stopping this step. So they have put a cross over there. You could see these two books, that is Tripathi and Lippincott. This is what I am telling you, just an example. You could apply the same strategy to all other also. Next, you have the summary tables, that many times we keep on reading the whole chapter. Many times it is not necessary that all the books are provided with their summary tables also. You could see all the big reference books are provided with a box over there, and in that box important information is there. So once you read the whole chapter and then start reading that summary table only, then next onwards, then you won't have to read the whole chapter. Summary table will be sufficient for you. Next, you have, as I said, that many times it is not necessary that all of the students will be having all the reference book or all the their hard copies with you. In that case, you could have their PDF also. So in case of that PDF, what I could say is you could highlight them in your laptop or whatever you are having. So as per that, you could work out, you could chalk out, or you could put some comments over there. ये chapter में से मुझे क्या समझ में आया था. Then the most important is nothing but the chemistry is there, no doubt about it. Chemistry and the pharmacology or the medicinal chemistry analysis, whatever, anything would be there. Even you are talking about microbiology or cognition, the diagrams are most important. That is most important. But this chemistry related will be there will be structures will be most important. So obviously here you won't have to you won't have to practice the structures, that you are not going to draw the structures, but at least you should visualize them. I'm going to give you their tricks also. So let us not to waste too much time. We are having very less time. So I'll have to show you people that how to study those structures. So I'm going to show you next some shortcuts. I'm going to show you people some videos and animation. So we'll jump on actual. We'll see the actual examples. Next slide, please. Yeah. You could see that all of you, I'm going to give you a trick how to read that. Yeah, here you could see I've given a simple example of biosynthesis of catecholamine. Now it starts with the L-tyrosine. Over here you could see that. Yeah, now L-tyrosine is getting converted to the L-dopa. Below that L-tyrosine you could see the L-dopa. In case of L-dopa, it is getting formed with the help of tyrosine hydroxylase. Now, when lase comes, LASE, no doubt that there is enzyme when ACE comes. Yeah. Now, it is hydroxylase. So, it means that I should understand that there must be the addition of hydroxyl group. So, here you could see that, yeah, you could see that I have made a circle over there, and the hydroxyl group is added to that benzene ring. Yeah. Now below that third structure, if you will see that L-dopa is getting converted to the dopamine. Yes. So while getting converted to the dopamine, you could see that D-carboxylase. Now D-carboxylase is nothing but the carboxylase is nothing but the carboxylic acid, and it is D. It means that it is going to get reduced. So this decarboxylase is nothing but it is going to take out the carboxylic group, and here in the third structure you could see that carboxylic acid has gone and amine group is attached, and that's why it became dopamine. That's why it is dopamine. So I hope you will understand that how to read the diagrams and how you could memorize them, so that it will help you not to remember the structure. See, I'm not telling you to remember the structure. I'm telling you the strategy that what should be the next product on the basis of that enzyme. So here you're not mugging up the structure. Here you are not even mugging up the name of the enzyme. Here you are trying to clear out that what does that mean when it is D or when it is lase, like that. Yeah. When it is decarboxylase, I should understand that again the carboxylic group is going to get reduced. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah. Here I was talking about the structures. You could see in the structures again, two structures I have drawn over here, which are nothing but the same only. Yeah. And you could see that methoxamine and phenylephrine, they both are from the same category, that is alpha 1 agonist. And you could see that I have tried to chalk out them, those two structures which are little bit similar. And now here you don't have to remember the structure, you will have to remember the difference, that is the one carboxy, two carboxy and one hydroxyl group is different in both the cases. Next slide, please. Yeah, in this slide also you could see that the direct acting selective agonists are there, the alpha 2 agonist, and you could see that clonidine and tizanidine, both the structures you could see that, and I have tried to put them in like a mirror images, so it becomes easy to take out the difference between them, both the structures. You could see that how we have tried to show the structures that they are same, nothing but, and what is the different moiety you could easily pick out. And let me assure you people that whenever this type of question will be asked, you will remember this trick that ki sir ne ye bola tha hame. Next please. Next slide please. Yeah, in this case, in this slide you could see that the uh, the pharmaceutical analysis topics are given over here. This is just for an example I want to show you people. Now if you will see that UV visible, NMR, IR, mass spectrometry and chromatography, these are the major important topics which you should study. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that these are important and this is not important. I mean to say is, I just want to show you the pattern how you should study. I doesn't mean that that this these topics are important, that doesn't mean that others are not important. I just want to show you that how the pattern matters in every subject. Yeah. So if you will see, these are the major topics in your pharmaceutical analysis syllabus, where you could see the principal working, instrumentation, then their application and data interpretation. This is how they are important. So अगर मैं analysis पढ़ रहा हूँ तो मुझे उसके सिर्फ ये points पढ़ने चाहिए. This is what I generally think. Now suppose you will be asked that how you will be performing the IR of ointments. So student तो पहले ये सोचते हैं कि whether it is possible to have IR of ointments or not. Yes, it is available or it is possible, but what technique you should go for? So ATR is most renowned or the advanced technique in case of IR. You could go with for the analysis of ointments, or rather it is available for all the type of materials nowadays. But what I mean to say कि generally ये पढ़ने में बहुत कम आता है, and because of that what happens unfortunately that we cannot understand that कि अरे ये क्या मतलब ऐसा कैसा question पूछ किया. So there is a logic behind that. Yeah, next slide please. Yeah, again, same. Let me tell you that this is very common concept which is related to UV, IR, and NMR. Now here, in case of UV or IR or NMR, just you are trying to match up your molecules energy and the radiant energy. So where those two energies are getting matched, that there comes resonance. So resonance is nothing but the frequency. तो मुझे ये ध्यान में आना चाहिए. This is what the concept behind all these studies I am trying to tell you is कि ये तीनों के चैप्टर के पीछे एक ही प्रिंसिपल है, दैट इज नथिंग बट द मैचिंग ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी, दैट्स इट. इसके बाहर कुछ भी नहीं है. ओनली द थिंग इज दैट कि in case of NMR data, we generally tries to interpret in terms of delta values. In case of IR, we are trying to interpret in centimeter inverse value, or the point transmission we generally tries to analyze or interpret. And in case of UV, all of we are performing, that is absorbance unit, we generally tries to take it out. So this is how you will have to manage. So don't look at your concept like this, a single line. See the concept in a big picture, so that you could easily chalk out that how or what that concept is trying to tell. Yeah, next please. A simple trick I have tried to shown over here in the slide. Now many students must be having this problem that when they are talking about IR, so at that time when you're talking about IR, you'll see that many books are provided with lot of frequencies. Yeah, now let me tell you friends that suppose C double bond O. Yeah, the C double bond O is a functional group, but the same functional group is again available in the carboxylic acid also, ester also, ether also. Yeah, no, not ether, I'm sorry, but ester also. In that case, or even aldehyde also, you have aldehyde, you have ketone. But while talking about all these things, this doesn't matter that whether it is aldehyde or ketone or blah blah blah, that comes later on. First you should be able to understand that whether there is C double bond O is there or not. Now generally an average figure or average value for this C double bond O in case of IR is near about say 1700 or 1725. Yeah, it is near about 1700 only. So in case of aldehyde or ketone, the value may get changed. वो 1700 से थोड़ा 20-25 सेंटीमीटर इनवर्स जो है वो आगे भी जा सकती है या फिर पीछे भी जा सकती है, द नियरिंग moieties. So that depends upon. So student ये भी पढ़ते हैं कि अरे ये 1700 के लिए XYZ होगा या फिर 1680 के लिए XYZ होगा. Don't mug up or don't try to remember like that. Just try to remember ये 1700 के आसपास है, so it must be C double bond O. Understand that if somebody is asking me about IR of triple bonds, so I should understand that it should be near about 2100 only somewhere. Yeah, so this is how you should understand that two double bond, I could see that they are in the range of 1600 only. But students keep on mugging up the things and finally they don't understand. Yeah. And the single bond, again the last single bond, you could see that it starts from again your 27 or 2800 say up to 3500, that is C single bond H, C oxygen double single bond H, OH, that is your hydroxyl group, or your amine group, that is NH. So this is how you have to put a strategy for each and every one. Okay, next. So I hope that whatever the strategies I've tried to tell you or try to give you about the exam, that what you should do during the exam, and or how you should start preparing the things. You should start with the basic one. You should go for the reference books. You should take out some pictures. You should try to read the diagrams. Try to make a judgment or try to interpret that what that reactions are talking about. This is how you will have to understand the things, and you will have to make your own notes. Let me tell you, my friends, that all the pattern or all the chapters whatever you are having, you should finish the whole subject within your 2 to 3 pages. This is possible, let me tell you why it is so. Let me give you a very simple example. Say pharmacognosy. when you're talking about pharmacognosy, at that time you are having leaves, you are having shoots, you are having barks, you are having any another that plant body. So try to divide them, all the leaves aside, all the bark aside, all the roots aside. This is how try to then put their important reactions, then their characteristics, some some specific characters are there. So whatever the specific nature of this particular what I could say, that bark or shoot, whatever the plant part is there, try to memorize that one, try to read that one, because such type of questions are generally asked in GPAT. And again, I'm reminding you people that learning or the studying for the university is different way, and learning or studying for the GPAT is the different thing. So try to divide your stuff properly, try to manage it properly, and then you could proceed. In the next slide, we could you could see that I've tried to put up some books with the listing. So let me tell you that all the whatever these authors are there, all the respected ones. So if I wouldn't have been, or I could not put the respective initials, so please forgive me. But here my intention to give you their name, because this is how we generally remember the names of the books. So pharmaceutics and all its allied subjects, we have Epipawa, then Lackman, then Carr and Vyas, then Alton we have Martin, cosmetics by Mittal, then dispensing pharmaceuticals by then we have Brahmankar and Satish Bhise by for the biopharmaceutics. We have even Kokare and Tortora for microbiology also. We have Itkar for the pharmaceutical management, and then Kokare and SS Kori for biotechnology. Next slide, please. Yes, we have Kuchekar sir's book for the jurisprudence. Then we have Kadam Botra and Wilson for the organic. Even you could add Morrison Boyd also. Then we have many books for the analysis. We have Kasture, we have Chatwal, then we have Skoog, Willard, Vogels, Kame, even we have Kalsi for this pharmaceutical analysis. The most important book for the biochemistry, we have Satyanarayan. In case of biochemistry point of view, I would like to tell you one thing, that biochemistry is another beautiful subject. And in the for biochemistry, you could go for the test, general test, and the most major topics are there, like carbohydrate, lipids, and all that, enzymes and all. The cycles are there; they are important. In case of cycles, you should understand that what type of what I could say is energy is consumed by that particular cycle, and what will be the byproducts, what will be the finished products. So how triphosphate or diphosphate वगैरह वगैरह वैसे कितनी energy is utilized. That is how you could read in case of that cycle. Then you have KG Bothra and Dhake Tipnis for inorganic chemistry. Then for pharmacology, you have Tortora, Fate, Chatterjee, Rangendale, Tripathi. Uh, then pathophysiology, we have Bodhankar and Harsh Mohan. So these are the ones. And then we have for pharmacognosy. Next slide, please. Pharmacognosy, we have Kokare Purohit Gokhale. Then we have Khandelwal. Sorry, in case of Kokare, there should be Kokate, I guess. Yeah. Then we have valleys, trees, and events. So this is how the subject-oriented all books are there. Next, we have all-rounder books. You could see that in case of all-rounder, where they will be, there are Remington and the Leon Chargel. These two books are there. They are going to help you for overall studies, because Remington is, again, it's a Bible for physics, chemistry, analysis. Yeah. So you should go with that one also. And for the MCQs, we have Piyush is one of the best which I have found. Then we have Vidyasagar Dubey, then Umang Shah, even Inamdar Madam's book is also there. So this is how they are going to help you. So that doesn't mean that in case of MCQs that you should refer all these books. In that case, I would suggest you people that you could buy individual book at your level, and then you could share it among your friends also. So suppose you have a group of 5, so buy 5 different books and you could share it among yourself. Yeah. So I hope that I'm done with it. Before I finish the stuff, I would like to tell you a few things, students, that there is no shortcut towards the success. This is the most important thing, because student thinks that कि कर लेंगे या फिर अंधेरे में तीर मारना है तो जाके एक 15-20 क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर देंगे, बाकी के तो तुक्के मार देंगे, सो उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ तो आ जाएगा, हो जाएगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. डिसाइड किया जाए तो जीपैट उतनी आसान नहीं है जितना आप सोचते हैं, या फिर उतनी भी वो कठिन नहीं है जितना आप सोचते हो. So let me tell you is that what I would say is कि within a last 1 or 2 months, it is possible to get qualified. I don't have that much time. Otherwise, I would have shown you some of our students' history also, that who really got good ranks, and they got entered in the NIPER even after studying, or with some strategy. All this strategy with their lot of practice of question papers, the previous question papers, and the question bank which we are having, they got uh, qualified in the GPAT, and then they went to even NIPER also. It's been now like 3 to 4 years that they completed their MS, and they are doing a good job nowadays. So it is possible. Most important thing, that is, you should think of the financial things which will be easy, which will make you easy to get admission in the M.Pharm, and that is going to matter a lot when you goes for the job. Because when we are arranging the campus interview, at that time we are getting say 200 or 300 students at a time. But obviously, when we are trying to sort out the M.Pharm candidates, our first screening pattern will be like whoever students are there who are GPAT qualified, they will be aside, and disqualified students will be aside. So this is how that your competition starts with. GPAT is that much important. It is going to help you for your, rather think of your parents also, because they have to, every time it is not possible that they could bear the amount, because some universities are there, they are having their fees more than 4 lakh rupees per annum also. So obviously it is not possible for every parent to bear that much huge amount. So it's your duty that you should get qualified, and you should get a good rank to get a good university or good college. And ultimately that college is going to, or the brand of that college is going to matter, or it is going to help you people, or the college will help you to call some good industries for their campus interview, and you could get a good job. One of my student from BCP college, Mr. Akshay Patil, who completed his M.Pharm 2 years back only. He's there in Dr. Reddy's, and 2 years back as a fresher, his package was some 4.8. So you could chalk out, or you could see that what that GPAT could give you, or what level it could take you if you decide that. So your dedication is important. Like the seminar, no doubt that whatever we are trying to give you people, or the people like me who are already there, they tries uh, very much hard things for you people, that you should get qualified. So take it seriously, do it, give you 100%, you are definitely going to get success. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah, all of you could see that in this case, whatever session we are having, for the what I could say, that by our side, complementarily, we are going to have a test, an online test will be there. So plus, it is not only online test, there will be a GPAT platform, a whole GPAT platform is there. So to attend this GPAT platform and to be in touch with us, I would recommend you people to download this app now only on your mobiles, or even after finishing this session. And I gave you the coordinator of this meeting. He will be sharing up the code of this particular app where you have to get enrolled, and that code, by putting that code, my IT team will be approving your membership. And with that free membership, you could attend that free stuff of that free test and some free stuff. I'm not sure that what stuff my team might provide, but they are going to provide you some free stuff, as well as some daily practice questions we will be putting in the notifications daily, so that you could study. So this is how you will be in touch with us. So I would highly recommend you people to please download this app from Google Play, the App Store. Yeah. So Infinity Direct is the name of that app, and please see the symbol. So this is what the symbol you are going to see over there. So by downloading that, you could proceed for the next. Yes. Next slide, please. So these are the contact details. All of you could see that the RAP Analytical and the Infinity Education, these both are our organizations. We are there in the Nasik, which is called as a hub for the pharma colleges, because we are having around 16 pharma colleges over here in the city, in the Nasik. And we have provided our contact details also. Whatever problem you will be having, you could call us or you could mail us. Even if it is, the call would not be picked up, but definitely you're going to get a return call from our side, or our representative will definitely give you a call. Yeah. I hope that this will help you a lot for the preparation point of view. And whatever doubts will be there, you can contact us, or whenever you want to visit us, you just give a call. You could ask for the timing, and we are there to help you always. So now I would hand over it to the host of this meeting, so that he could guide us for the next one. And if we are having some queries, so that we'll have that one. Yes.
Sir, we have a overwhelming response from the students, and many have posted their questions. So we'll take that questions one by one. So very first question is by Rishabh Misa. That is, which branch have good scope for M.Pharm?
Rishabh, thank you for a question. Let me tell you, uh, this is the very common question that all the students keep on asking, that which branch has very good scope. And generally students do ask कि sir payment कहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा मिलेगा. This is not at all the way that you should see any branch. Yes, the scope of any branch, because right now it is all about the what I could say, the market. Like if suppose Rishabh is there and he is having a group of 5 to 10 friends, so Rishabh wants to go for pharmacology, and other friend wants to go for somebody for pharmaceutical analysis, and then pharmaceutics blah blah blah. So obviously Rishabh will think that कि यार मैं अकेला pharmacology के लिए जा रहा हूँ, मैं कुछ गलत तो नहीं कर रहा. And that there how his mind will start, he will start overthinking that कि यार मुझे अगर कल का जॉब नहीं मिलेगी. It is not like that. Let me tell you, every branch has their own stars. उनके खुद का एक मार्केट में एक वैल्यू है. Everyone is working, like जैसे मैंने अभी रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स बोला, बहुत से बच्चों को ये ब्रांच मालूम भी नहीं है. तो मैं अगर कोई थर्ड पार्टी सजेस्ट करता हूँ, यू गो फॉर रेगुलेटरी अफेयर, यार ये क्या, ये तो पता भी नहीं, आगे जाके क्या होगा पता नहीं, ये अपना अपना कॉमन मील ले लो. So it's not like that. Every branch has its own importance, but the thing is that उसमें जो अपॉर्चुनिटी है वो ग्रैब कर दे आना चाहिए. nowadays many students are not focusing towards the pharmacology. So unfortunately what happens that pharmacology field or the clinical research field is not getting that much good stuff or the good candidate crowd. But last 2 years back one of my student came for the pharmacology, and we were like कि compared to other fields pharmacology के लिए job opportunities थोड़ा सा कम था वो time में, but he was willing to go for that pharmacology. And you won't believe after completing B.Pharm वहां पे competition कम था, इसलिए that student got 3 offer letters. He came with those 3 offer letters and he said that कि sir अब बताओ मैं कौन सी company join करूं. So this is how that he grabbed that opportunity. So I won't say that कि आप कोई एक फील्ड में अच्छा सा इंटरेस्ट है या फिर बहुत बूमिंग है उसमें जाओ. नो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू थिंक दैट व्हाट इज योर पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. वो चाहे कोग्नोसी में भी क्यों ना हो. यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. क्योंकि आज की तारीख में ये जो सिचुएशन है, कोई इंडस्ट्री ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा है कि हम मंदी में और हम तेजी में हैं. द थिंग इज दैट इफ यू विल सी द फार्मा कोग्नोसी वाले भी है, होम्योपैथी भी जोर कर रहे हैं. लाइक एवरीबॉडी दे आर हैविंग सम immunity booster medicines right now. Somebody is saying ye kadha lo, wo kadha lo, their pharmacognosy comes. You are talking about clinical trials, your pharmacology comes, or your medicinal chemistry comes. So all you, and I hope you must be understanding that what I trying to say is that कि कोई फील्ड कम नहीं है, उसमें अपॉर्चुनिटी है. बट यही बात है कि हमें अपॉर्चुनिटी पता नहीं रहती है, हम प्रॉपरली काउंसलिंग नहीं करते और हम सिर्फ ये कहते रहते हैं कि इसको ज्यादा स्कोप है, इसको कम स्कोप है. इट इज नेवर लाइक दैट. फर्स्ट इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम योर पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. अगर उसमें आपको 100% इंटरेस्ट है, यू विल डेफिनेटली डू सम बेटर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर फील्ड. यस. सो व्हाटएवर आपका कोई सिलेक्टिव अगर रहा या फिर कंफ्यूजन रहा, तो आप यहाँ पे आके हमसे बात कर सकते हो. And you could have a call to us or you could mail us, whatever. And in that particular subject, we'll talk with you. We'll answer you in that case. I hope it makes sense. Yes.
Thank you, sir. So next question is by Kshitija Abhignya, that what is the difference between MS abroad and MS in India from NIPER?
Yeah, very good question again. First of all, MS degrees, I won't say there is difference by their names, obviously. The thing is that doing MS in abroad and doing MS in NIPER, they will definitely matter. Because फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप नाइपर में क्यों जाना चाहते हो, तो ये बात तो तय है कि आप बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हो and you're going to get a good job or good opportunity next on after doing degree in NIPER. Now, but going to abroad is the different thing, क्योंकि abroad में जाने के बाद many countries which are there right now, they have stopped working visa. तो बहुत से स्टूडेंट जो अब्रॉड में एमएस करते हैं, वो लोग वहां पे सेटल होने के हिसाब से या फिर अच्छे जॉब्स मिलने के हिसाब से वहां पे जाते हैं. एंड दिस इज हाउ दे आर हैविंग देयर प्लान्स टू गो इन अब्रॉड. सो डिग्री में कोई फर्क नहीं रहेगा. यू आर गोइंग टू गेट गुड नॉलेज. थोड़ा सा don't like it will be like, it's not anti-nationalism kind of thing, but thoda sa resources and the exposures over there, you will get little bit more compared to over here, whatever. Because I have experience, I have done my MS in abroad only, so that is how it is going to get difference. But in both the cases similarity मैं आपको ये बताऊंगा कि मास्टर्स करने के बाद यहाँ पे नाइपर में you can get the same chances for doing PhD in abroad as much as or as equal to MS in abroad. So नाइपर और abroad का जो MS रहेगा, PhD के लिए दोनों के लिए बेनिफिशियल रहेगा. डिफरेंस जो है that won't that much matter in that case. Like आपको इंडिया में रहना है, then you go for नाइपर. अगर आपको अब्रॉड में ही सेटल होना है, then you start MS doing over there also. So that won't make. Only the thing is that students who thinks that कि मैंने अब्रॉड में एमएस किया है एंड आफ्टर डूइंग कंप्लीटिंग ओवर देयर इंडिया में आने के बाद मुझे नाइपर वाले से ज्यादा वैल्यू रहेगा, it never happens. First preference will be given to Naiper person only, because this is what many live examples I could see that few of my friends or few of my students I could see that क्योंकि automation बाहर की इंडस्ट्री में ज्यादा है, we don't have that much one, and that's why the working pattern of pharma industries is different. अपनी requirement अलग है, वहाँ की requirement अलग है, the culture, working pattern and everything, the stuff they are working on, industrial stuff, they are different. तो आपको यहाँ अच्छा है या फिर वहाँ अच्छा है, इससे अच्छा मैं ये बोलूंगा कि अब्रॉड में एमएस क्यों करना है ये पहले डिसाइड करो. Like there won't be any problem for doing MS over here in Naiper, but if you are doing MS in abroad, but वहाँ से यहाँ पे आने के बाद there will be like many hurdles for your job point of view. So that's why I generally suggest that to have masters over here in India only, and then you could think of PhD in the abroad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sitija. I hope you got the answer. Okay, sir. Next question is by Smita Sabre. That other than Naiper College, which college is best for M.Pharm in Maharashtra?
See, and Nikita, madam, may I know from which college she is right now?
They have not given the name of college.
Just it doesn't matter. No
Smita
issues.
Sabre.
Okay. See, there are many colleges in many different districts in the Maharashtra. I have seen that, but the most reputed we generally consider that is BCP first of all, which gets a very good rank. The first 10 students I could say, or first few students who rank in the GPAT, even first 50 students who rank in the GPAT. But many times that happens that students don't get admissions in the NIPER for their particular subject, so they tries to go for the BCP. So I would suggest that BCP. Again, let me clarify that. Don't trap me in the words next onwards, because it is the BCP is good. That doesn't mean that other colleges are not. But generally, what students' preferences are there and what our students keep on telling us, on that basis, this is my opinion. Generally, we consider as BCP. And then below that, I won't say that there are bad colleges, but a bunch of colleges is there you could consider as a second position from Pune or Mumbai. Even in Nashik also, we have the most reputed or renowned MVP college. Then we have MATE, we have Sandeep, we have Panchavati College. Then we have even Chandwad College is also there. So these are the colleges we have subcal knowledge of. So these are the colleges which are there. They are pursuing the M.Pharm degree. But let me tell you is before you select any degree or any question or so any subject, at that time you should think that whether the subject is available over there or not, what kind of work is already going on in that particular organization. This is how you should decide it. And generally students are having the major thing is nothing but the whether the colleges are arranging the campus interview or not. So in that case, before you select your college, you will have to decide that which is your point of interest subject. Second thing will be that what is your score, actual score, and what was the capping of that college. So this is also, I won't take any particular name of any college, but in Maharashtra, like considering all, like government colleges we are having, like we have in Ratnagiri also, we have in Aurangabad also, in Nashik also we have. So this is how the reputed colleges list is there. But again, it will be dependent upon what type of score you are getting. So I think that you should decide it after getting your GPAT score.
Thank you, sir. So the last question is from Disha Maulik. Is it necessary to complete PhD to go into academics in pharmacy?
See, first of all, I would answer this yes, it is necessary, but this is not I'm not sure whether this has become law by government or not, but point of view is when you are a master holder and when you are a PhD holder, that makes a lot of difference. And many teachers are there. You could see that if you are a PhD holder, there are many pros for a PhD holder, because it starts with, again, pay scale. That's the most first thing. Second thing I could tell you is that you could apply for the UGC grants also. Like under that, you could grab some scholarship. Under that scholarship, you could grab some instruments, your research facility, and all. And obviously, it values a lot if you are a PhD holder. So I would highly recommend that you should go for PhD. And I'm not sure that, but I think government has already made it, or soon government will make it, that to be in academic for the professional courses, it is mandatory that you should have a PhD. Yeah.
Okay. Students, if you have any question, please raise your hand. So we'll unmute you to ask the question. Anyone?
Rohan sir, there is one student, Varun Pandey. He wants to ask you some questions. Yes,
Okay.
Varun.
Uh, Congratulations, sir, for this wonderful lecture. So I would like to ask you, what are the other exams other than GPAT that graduate students can appear for and prepare for in this time of COVID-19 pandemic?
No. Yeah, this very good question. But the thing is that, like, exams, in what sense that makes most important thing, means whether you want to go for M.Pharm or you want to go for MBA, like for what you want to prepare. That is that will be the more specific question. And second thing is
M.Pharm,
nothing.
yes.
Yeah, for M.Pharm, then I would highly recommend you that GPAT is the only one, and you should have the preparation for NIPER also, towards NIPER also. Now, whatever both these exams are there, ultimately you are preparing for the private organization's entrance exam also. So it won't be necessary that you will have to prepare separately for other exams also, because ultimately when you are preparing for GPAT and NIPER point of view, you are already preparing for the all pharma field, I think. Yeah. So that's
Thank you,
why
sir.
they, keep continuing your study is again important thing. And one more thing I would like to add on over here. Now, Varun, you have already passed out the final year, I guess. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So unfortunately, somebody is going to getting disqualified. This is for all students actually. That in final year, if you are getting disqualified in the GPAT, I would suggest that don't stop at this point. You get admission for M.Pharm, and you start your M.Pharm. You are going to get admission, no doubt about it, even if you are disqualified. Only the difference will be that you won't be getting stipend, but start preparing for GPAT again. You could apply for the GPAT even while pursuing your M.Pharm also. So that is going to be value addition. That's another question, that next onwards that you're going to get stipend or not, but it is going to be a value addition in your resume.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. There is another student, Pratik. Yes, Pratik.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you for very informative session.
Thank
Firstly,
you, Pratik.
sir, I am GPAT qualified recently, and I will prepare for NIPER. Please, some guidance regarding NIPER.
The students who have already appeared the GPAT and they got qualified for the GPAT, and those who are eligible for the NIPER. In case of NIPER, let me tell you that GPAT syllabus, whatever you must have studied, that is sufficient, no doubt about it. But only the difference will be there in case of NIPER. The question category will be little bit tricky. Second thing, there will be more and more logical reasoning question kind of things will be there while applying for the NIPER. So for NIPER, I would highly recommend you to read the reference books and the questions which are given in the reference books. Yeah. suppose you're studying, because generally very few times we keep on reading the questions which are there at the end of chapter in reference book. They are going to help you for the NIPER point of view. And rather than studying now, start practicing those questions. And obviously you may get some NIPER questions also previous years that you could practice, not more than that, because definitely this has been my experience that the students who are having whatever GPAT rank, they have done best and best only in case of NIPER. So this is what I would recommend, that you keep on practicing, but the question pattern will be more logical reasoning, and that will be more tricky in case of NIPER. So the questions, previous papers of NIPER, and the questions which are given in the reference book especially, that you could practice. So just practice is rather than keep on reading. Just practice it. That will definitely help you. That is more than true.
Okay. Sir, there is one more question in chat box. Question is, sir, what is the difference between M.Pharm and M.Tech in pharmaceutical science? Is there any specific difference?
Yes, there is a difference, that both are the master's degree, no doubt about it. MTech is given by, especially this MTech degree is available in the NMU, North Maharashtra University. And this course, I would tell you, is that no doubt that you are not going to get a job in pharma industry. It's not like that. Even after doing MTech also, you could get the jobs in the what I could say, in the pharma industry. But the major difference is that you will be counted as with science background, or you will be seen as a person with science background, even though you have done the B.Pharm. Yeah. But and in case of M.Pharm, you will be from core M.Pharm. So this is how the major difference is there in both the cases, both the courses. And little bit, don't take my words otherwise, but little bit M.Pharm will be at little bit higher side in both the cases. So whatever you are saying, that MTech, I won't say that you don't go for MTech, but you should consider as an option in very exceptional case, that students who couldn't get admission for M.Pharm in any college, or they are, if they are having problem, the financial and their location or geographical problems, so they could go for MTech, because the fees is comparatively less in that case. And what I would say is it's not that much hard as compared to the M.Pharm. Yeah, so it will be considered as the student with the science background. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Upasana, ma'am, over to you.
Yes, sir. So now we are coming to the end of this session. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Rohan Pawar for enlightening the path of success of GPAT exam.
Thank you, madam.
Again, yes, thank you, sir. Then students will remember and follow your guidance in the journey of the success. I extend my thanks to the principal, sir, that is Dr. G.S. Talile, for his kind support in organizing the webinar. I am also thankful to the coordinators, that is Mr. Prashant Vevare, sir, Mr. Kapse, sir, and all the teaching staff of Matoshri College of Pharmacy. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants of today's webinar. Now, I conclude that today's session is over. I wish you luck all the time. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Lastly, I ask all participants to please on their videos for the photo session, please.
I would like to get the feedbacks, because that is the most important thing, that student, and whatever negative will be there, that I would like to read first.